What's up, everybody? This is 66OEG66 here, and today I have a deck profile of my burn deck. This is the first deck I've really built and loved and everything. I love trolling in the world of Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's nothing better than to troll with than with burn. I was running burn stall, wasn't really doing my thing. I was just running it just to piss people off, but it's time for me to start winning shit now. First off, or let's get into it. Let's see. First off, I have 3 Solar Flare Dragons. If you don't know what this card does, while you control another Pyro type monster, this card cannot be attacked during each of your end phases and inflict 500 damage to your opponent. I love getting 2 of these out and then burning my opponent for 1,000 at the end phase. And even if I can get 3 out of, that's amazing. That's 1,500 damage every end phase. I've won a few matches where I just pretty much draw and then I end my turn and then they do their shit. And I win the match. Okay, next off, 3 Volcanic Slicers, which is another of my Pyro type monsters to go with my Solar Flare. And his effect is, if you don't know, once per turn you can inflict 500 damage to your opponent. If this effect is activated, you cannot attack during this turn, which is just fine for me, which I don't really attack. I'll usually summon him out, switch him to defense, and just use his effect with Solar Flare Dragon, and then try to avoid one of these cards from getting blown up, so I won't lose my Solar Flare Dragons. Next is 3 UFO Turtles for my search, if you don't know this effect. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, you can special summon 1 fire monster with 1,500 or less attack from your deck and face up attack position. Usually I will summon this out, suicide it, send it to the grave, and then bring out Volcanic Slicer, or even if I have another one out on the field, I'll bring out another Solar Flare Dragon. So this card is kind of broken in this deck. I really love this card. I was running 2 because everybody was like, if you're running burn, you gotta run Jar Greed and Legacy of a lot of grits. I can't say it right. And I took those out. I was running like a 45 card deck. I took those out and added just 1 more of these in, and the deck runs perfectly. Next is 2 Lava Golems. I don't care what anybody says. Lava Golem and Volcanic Queen can get over anything. If you're staring down a Soda Logia, Lava Golem, Volcanic Queen. If you're running down a Beast of Barkion, Lava Golem, Volcanic Queen. It can get rid of a lot of stuff. I love this card. I really need to run 3, but I just don't feel it's too many cards in the deck. I'm running 42 cards in this deck, so I don't really feel comfortable adding another one in this deck. Let's see. Next is my stall cards. 2 Marshmelons. I can sit when he's face down, my opponent attacks it, they take 1,000, and it just sits there and stares at them until they can either switch it to attack and attack through it, or get rid of it completely. Next off is another stall card. Spirit Reaper. This card saves just like Marshmelon does. It doesn't have the 1,000 damage. I sit it face down, I attack into it, flip it up. They cannot get through it at all unless they get rid of it. Let's see. Next is Swift Scarecrow. I had a hard time finding these cards, and when I found them, I have like 6 of them now, which is crazy. But this guy's just like a Battle Fader, except from going from hand to field. It goes hand to graveyard, so it keeps it from getting blown up. I hate that you can't stack them anymore, which I think is complete bullshit. They need to change that rule. Because like people who were playing against them was like, oh yeah, you can't stack them. But if you're playing this card, you depend on this card. And the next one's coming up, Battle Fader to save your asses in tight squeezes. Like, it fucking sucks when you're just staring down a big ass monster. Oh, screwed up there. You're staring down a big ass monster and they go to attack. Gotta sit that Battle Fader, and you just gotta wait and hope for a new draw. Hopefully you get like Lava Golem or something like that, or another Solar Flare Dragon. Okay, and final monster is Sangan. Obvious for the Sangan search. I can search out Solar Flare Dragon or Volcanic Slicer or just about anything in this deck. Okay, next I'm moving on to the traps. First off, I run 2 Threatening Roar, more stall. I can save my ass for a turn. Next go is Wabaku, another stall. I think this one is I take no battle damage, which saves my ass, but they can still blow up my monsters, which is bad. But it's just a risk I have to take. I love Wabaku though, because it stalls up the field long enough for me to get my monsters out. Okay, next up is 2 Secret Barrels. I like to sit down a couple Secret Barrels face down. MST, chain. That's 200 for each card on the field, on my opponent's side of the field and in their hand, which is fucking sweet because I can usually knock them for 2k. That's 4k right there. If I had another one I put in there, I do need one more of these. Oh, excuse me. If any of the chat crew sees this video, I need one more of these. Please contact me in person or over Facebook and let me know. Next up, 3 Just Desserts. Same thing like with the Secret Barrels. I like to keep them face down, let them MST one or anything like that, or just wait till your monster field's filled up. Chain. And it confuses them. They think I'm running Chain Burn, which is another troll thing I do. And I burn them some more life points. Okay, next, run 1 Ceasefire, because that's all you can run. Love this card. It fucking trolls, especially for effect monsters. Their effects do not go off. Dark World, they try to sit that Morphine Jar, and I know they have a Morphine Jar face down. Ceasefire, just to flip it up, just to get rid of it. Or get rid of its effect. Next off, 3 Magic Cylinders. I love this meta. You can run 3 Magic Cylinders. Kind of broken because I've won games just because of Magic Cylinder. Go against Dark Worlds. They're like, attack with Grappa, Magic Cylinder. Attack with Grappa, Magic Cylinder. Oh, okay. Attack with Draft game. So this card is broken. I don't know. Somebody answer this question for me. Was this card ever banned at one point in time? Please write that down in the comments. Please let me know, because I would kind of like to know. And next off, last trap, 1 Mirror Force. Some people ask me why don't we run 2. It just takes up room in the deck. Why Mirror Force them when I can just burn them with Magic Cylinder? Okay, now. And I usually keep this on the field or in my hand and wait for them to build up the field, especially wind-ups, and then I will get rid of all their shit. Okay. Lastly, my spells. I run 1 day apiece for stall and draw. I like that stall and draw. Funny. Okay, this card does save a lot. If you run burn, you need to run this card. Definitely need to run this card. A lot of people are like, oh, your opponent gets to draw. Well, let them fucking draw that card. I got Lava Golem. I want as many monsters they can get on the field too. Double Lava Golem. I'm staring down a 3,000 beater, but hey, Magic Cylinder. Okay, next off, 2 MSTs. I never really run MSTs or Dark Bribe. I really would like to run MSTs and Dark Bribe, but I just haven't. I've got newfound love for this card because I can just like pop their warnings, pop their judgments, and all that shit that I don't like. And pretty self-explanatory. MST, great card. Okay, next off, I got Dark Hole. Obvious. I let them build up their field. Dark Hole, get rid of all their shit. Especially if I can have a Sangan or oh, never mind, I think about another deck. I'm sorry. Okay, Dark Hole. Monster Reborn. like a lot of times I'll get one solar flare out on the field and they'll destroy it, and then I'll draw it into another solar flare dragon. I don't want to drop it right then, and then I will Monster Reborn a solar flare dragon, and then I will summon another solar flare dragon, and I pretty much have a Spirit Reaper Marshmallow sitting on the field. Just sitting there, can't be destroyed by battle, guys. And lastly, Swords of Revealing Light. This card does save, since I think this right here came out with the first set. This card has been saving ever since then. I have another question, same question as before. Was this card ever banned? Please let me know in the comments. And I guess that's it for right now. Please like, comment, and subscribe to 66OEG66. I will have some more videos coming up. I'm gonna get back to the roots and start doing nothing but deck profiles, probably for now until I have like a major event. We're going to like YCS. Then I will do a vlog, but I'm not gonna do as many vlogs as I've been doing. I'm just getting back to roots because that's what people like. They like the deck profiles and all that. And if you have any suggestions about this deck, please let me know. If you have any suggestions of some decks you might want to see, please let me know, because I'm always looking for suggestions. It's hard to... Do you want to see Inzectors? It's hard. Do you want to see Dark Worlds? And just tell me what you want. Want to see Chaos Dragons? Chaos Dragons are good. My buddy Michael topped at Norcross Regionals with Chaos Dragons. So if you want to see those, let me know. And here, that was my burn deck, guys. Green sleeves. Sorry for running on, like, rambling, but when I go to regionals and stuff like that, I usually will put them in green sleeves or some weird color sleeves and be like, oh, I'm running Psychic Plant and Zectors. And they start freaking out a little bit, like, I don't have any sides for that. And I'm like, okay, I'll just play. And then I, like, get out and I'm, like, playing fucking Solar Flare Dragon and all that kind of shit. Well, I guess that's it, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe to 66OEG66, and I will see you next time.